What's up, you guys? Just Robert here.
And Jennifer.
Here to tell you about our Airbnb VRBO short-term rental property and the things you should be aware of if you're thinking about getting into it as an investment.
Let's do it.
So I had a friend call me yesterday and ask me, he's also an investor. We own long-term rentals and Airbnb short-term rentals. And he also owns long-term rentals and called me and said he was thinking about buying a property in this same area and wanted to know what he should be aware of as he's getting into short-term Airbnb, VRBO type rentals. And here are the things that we told him. Number one,
check the local laws, check legislation in your county, in your city, because as more and more of these are popping up, counties and cities are changing their laws. And so first of all, make sure that it's allowed. Make sure that you don't need a special variance on your property type. For ours, we had to get a variance, we have to get a business license, we have to comply by all of the hotel motel rules, so a fire escape plan, a phone number for people to call the Better Business Bureau if they have an issue. And I had to go down to the town hall and to sit down to county meetings in order to get all of that established.
we also pay hotel, motel, and sales tax on the gross revenue of the property.
Yeah, and that varies state by state, but it's significant, so make sure you build that into your costs. And the other thing to know is that because all of these small towns, or big towns, are changing so much as people's rental habits are changing and people are going to Airbnb or short terms instead of hotels, all of their laws, rates, fees can change at any time with a vote from the local people.
Number two is you are signing up to be a slave to reviews and the algorithm. What does that mean? So if you think about the business of long-term rentals and renting things out for a year or 2 years at a time, you're not being, unless you own a large multifamily apartment complex, your new tenants coming in that are applying aren't looking at reviews from your previous tenants about what kind of landlord you are, what kind of property that you have. It's very different. With VRBO, your search results are very dependent upon your reviews. Mm-hmm. And so you are having to go above and beyond to please people, and so that they leave a good review so that you get to the top of those search results. That's not necessarily a bad thing. 99 out of 100 people are great, but you're always going to have that 1% that are difficult to deal with or unrealistic in what they want or what they expect. You are in the service business. It really functions much more like a hospitality business or a hotel business than it does a landlord long-term rental type business. And that's what you're signing up for. You're signing up for trying to get good reviews.
Yeah. And we've had a couple of times where things have gone wrong and we've had a bad review, and we've seen the effects in bookings after that review's posted, and it takes a long time to get good reviews to bump that one down. So my third one is right along those lines, and I think the secret to having great reviews is setting proper expectations. And so our place here is a little different. It's a historic log cabin, as you can see. The bedrooms are set up kind of in a sleeping loft, and so there's one separated loft that's open to the living room, but then there's a bunk room that has enough beds for 7 people, but it's all in one room. And so I think in order to have great reviews, I make that really clear that this is not a standard sleeping situation. And I think whatever your situation is, whether you have you're providing an experience that is great for making memories and family, or if you're providing the romantic getaway, you make that really clear. And so we definitely don't go for the romantic getaways.
Set those clear expectations of what the property is, what it's like, what the sleeping arrangements are, giving them more detail than they need so they can make the right decision about whether they want to book this property or not.
Right.
Number 4 is all the amenities. There are lots of things that you have to provide as a part of an Airbnb that you don't necessarily think about for long-term rentals. So not only are we paying for all the utilities, the heating, the air conditioning, the water, the electricity, all those things, but we also have to have DirecTV. So we don't have cable out where we are because we're in the middle of the mountains, in the middle of nowhere, but we have to provide DirecTV. And when DirecTV has a problem and doesn't work correctly as it should, Jennifer's the one
You've
that
got
has to
until
trouble.
kickoff to fix it.
DirecTV is one thing. Firewood, for example. So we have a really nice fireplace, wood burning stove. People use firewood, so we have to replenish the firewood. Soap in the bathroom, things, toiletries, conditioners, shampoos, laundry detergent, dishwashing detergent. All those things that have to be restocked and replenished in a Airbnb VRBO. You need to be thinking about as well.
Yeah.
The last one is great people.
Great people. So I think the key to running anything smoothly, if you're not doing it yourself, or even if you're doing it yourself but you're going on vacation, is make sure that you have great people who can help. So we have a cleaning lady and we have a handyman. They are wonderful. They're both proactive. They are reliable. I haven't had issues with them. And not only, they definitely go above and beyond. So our cleaning team will let me know when something's running low. They'll check the propane and refill it if we need to. And they really make running this from an hour away possible. Without them, it absolutely couldn't be done.
You have to have good people. You can't do it without them.
Yeah.
I mean, that's the biggest thing, I think.
Yeah. And so, we try to take really good care of them. They take really good care of us. And look, I'm always looking for the person that I have to be a long-term partner in all of this and to keep that relationship strong.
Hope this video helped. Hope it gave you some things to think about. If you like these kind of videos, if you want to follow us in our real estate journey, subscribe.
If you like this kind of video or you want to know more about Airbnb, VRBO, leave us a comment and we'd be happy to answer your question.
Running a YouTube channel is kind of like running an Airbnb. We're slave to the algorithm. Smash the like button to help us with the algorithm. See you in the next one.